Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we have some absolutely thrilling news that's going to shake up the NFL landscape, especially for all you Dallas Cowboys fans out there. George Kittle, one of the most dominant and electrifying tight ends in the entire league, has officially signed with the Dallas Cowboys. This is a massive move that instantly elevates Dallas's offensive firepower and opens up a whole new world of possibilities for what could become one of the most exciting offenses to watch in 2025. If you love football, buckle up, because we're diving deep into what this signing means, not just for the Cowboys, but for the NFC East and the entire NFL. We're going to talk about who George Kittle is, why he's such a game-changing player, how the Cowboys managed to land him, and what this means for the team's offensive scheme and their championship aspirations. First off, for anyone who might be new to the NFL or hasn't kept up with Kittle's career, let me break it down. George Kittle is an absolute force at the tight end position. Drafted by the San Francisco 49ers back in 2017, Kittle quickly turned heads and cemented himself as one of the league's best. What sets him apart isn't just his impressive stats, though they're incredible, but the way he plays the game. He's a rare blend of speed, power, agility, and toughness, which makes him a nightmare matchup for opposing defenses. You see, Kittle isn't just a guy who catches passes, he's a bulldozer in the run game, a physical blocker who opens holes for his running backs, and a dynamic receiving threat who can turn short passes into explosive gains. He's the type of player who makes highlight reels week after week with jaw-dropping catches, ridiculous yards after the catch, and a relentless motor that never stops running. Over his career with the 49ers, Kittle has consistently been among the league leaders in receptions, receiving yards, and touchdowns for tight ends. He's made multiple Pro Bowls and has been named to all pro teams, proving he's among the elite at his position. When you watch him, what stands out is his unique ability to dominate at every facet of the game, whether it's making a crucial block to spring a running back loose or breaking free from defenders to haul in a contested catch in the middle of the field. Simply put, George Kittle is one of those players who changes the way a team plays on offense, and now he's bringing all that talent and firepower to the Dallas Cowboys. Now, how did this signing come about? The Cowboys have been aggressive in the offseason, and it's no secret they were looking to upgrade their tight end position. After all, the tight end spot has become more and more important in today's NFL offenses, especially in schemes that rely on versatile, multi-dimensional players to create mismatches and keep defenses guessing. Dallas wanted a player who could not only stretch the field, but also come up in the run game and help block someone who could fit seamlessly into their offensive system and help take quarterback Dak Prescott's game to another level. And George Kittle checked all those boxes. Negotiations for Kittle's contract were reportedly intense, with several teams interested in signing him, but the Cowboys came through with a deal that made the most sense. Not only financially, but also in terms of team fit and future championship potential. This signing is a clear statement by Dallas's front office and coaching staff that they are committed to building a high-powered, high-octane offense capable of competing at the highest level. The Cowboys have been in the playoff picture for years, but haven't quite broken through to the Super Bowl, and adding Kittle could be the missing piece that pushes them over the top. So, what exactly does George Kittle bring to the Cowboys? Let's start with his elite receiving ability. Kittle is consistently among the best tight ends in terms of catches, yards, and touchdowns, and he's a nightmare matchup for linebackers and safeties. Like, his speed and route running skills allow him to create separation and make big plays down the field. But he's also incredibly tough and physical, often breaking tackles and running through defenders after the catch. His ability to gain yards after the catch is arguably unmatched among tight ends, making him an explosive weapon in any offense. But Kittle's impact isn't limited to just catching passes. He's also one of the best run-blocking tight ends in the NFL. His ability to physically dominate defenders in the trenches helps open up running lanes for the Cowboys' backfield, which has traditionally been a strength for the team. The combination of Kittle's blocking and his receiving threat makes the Cowboys' offense incredibly balanced and versatile. Defenses will have a much harder time keying in on one or two threats because Kittle's presence means they have to account for a dynamic weapon in multiple ways. Another huge plus is Kittle's versatility. He can line up in the slot on the line of scrimmage or flex out wide, giving Dallas endless options when it comes to offensive formations and play designs. This versatility makes it incredibly difficult for defenses to predict what's coming, which can lead to big plays and game-changing moments. On top of all that, Kittle brings leadership and a competitive spirit to the locker room, which is invaluable for a team with championship aspirations. His work ethic and intensity on the field set a tone that can elevate the entire squad. One of the most exciting aspects of this signing is how Kittle will fit with Dak Prescott. And Prescott is an explosive quarterback with a strong arm and the ability to make plays both inside and outside the pocket. Adding Kittle into the mix gives Prescott a reliable and dangerous target who can exploit mismatches against weaker defenders. The chemistry between Prescott and Kittle is likely to develop quickly because both players have a high football IQ and a similar competitive fire. This connection will undoubtedly add a new dimension to the Cowboys' passing game, making them more unpredictable and harder to defend. From a strategic standpoint, this signing transforms Dallas's offensive scheme. Mike McCarthy, the Cowboys head coach, is known for his creative and aggressive offensive game plans. Adding a player like Kittle fits perfectly with the vision of a fast-paced, high-scoring offense. Imagine Prescott dropping back to pass with Kittle, running routes all over the field, stretching defenses thin alongside wide receivers like Amari Cooper and CeeDee Lamb. The Cowboys now have 3 legitimate vertical threats who can create mismatches anywhere on the field. This spacing and versatility will open up even more opportunities for Ezekiel Elliott or whoever carries the ball, as defenses will have to respect both the run and the pass. Moreover, Kittle's blocking prowess means the Cowboys don't have to sacrifice their running game to focus on the passing game. His ability to seal edges and engage linebackers means that Dallas's run game can remain strong and effective, keeping defenses honest. This balance is key to a sustainable and dangerous offense, especially in the playoffs when teams face tougher competition and the margin for error shrinks. This move also sends a loud message to the NFC East and the rest of the NFL. The Cowboys have long been one of the most popular and valuable franchises in the league, but they haven't had a true tight end superstar in recent years. Signing George Kittle changes that narrative and instantly makes Dallas a more serious contender. The Eagles, Giants, and Commanders will now have to figure out how to respond as the Cowboys have just raised the stakes in the division. Across the league, teams will take notice of Dallas's aggressive roster building, and it might spark a wave of signings and trades as other contenders try to keep pace. Fans have been absolutely buzzing since the announcement. Social media is flooded with excitement, from highlight clips of Kittle's best plays to fan-made montages of him in a Cowboys jersey. Analysts are praising the Cowboys front office for pulling off a savvy signing that addresses a critical need. Of course, there are always some critics, especially when it comes to salary cap and contract length concerns. But the general consensus is that this is a smart investment in a player who is in his prime and ready to contribute immediately. Looking ahead, the biggest question now is how quickly Kittle will gel with the Cowboys offense. Training camp and preseason will be crucial in establishing timing and chemistry between Kittle, Prescott, and the rest of the skill players. Given Kittle's experience and football intelligence, most expect the transition to be smooth, but football is a game of adjustments, and the Cowboys will need to fine-tune their schemes to get the most out of their new weapon. Keeping the offensive line healthy and protecting Prescott will also be key factors in the team's success, as they want to maximize the potential of their revamped offense. If you enjoyed this in-depth look at the Cowboys blockbuster signing, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more NFL news and analysis, and drop your thoughts in the comments below. How do you think Kittle will impact the Cowboys? Will Dallas finally break through and win the big one? Let's get the conversation going, and I'll catch you in the next video with more breaking NFL updates. Thanks for watching.